In the German language, there's the word Fernweh, which describes the deep longing or desire to travel. For this reason, we wanted to leave the German winter behind us and embark on a long journey through the southern part of South America. Over the next 2 months, we will be traveling through Argentina, Chile, Uruguay and Brazil. We don't know exactly what lies ahead of us, but we are very excited and want to share this adventure with you. Through the mountains of Patagonia, desert landscapes in Chile, and vibrant metropolises like Santiago or Buenos Aires.
Good morning from Brazil.
Good morning.
So we are starting today our journey to Patagonia. We are in the airport now waiting for a flight. It will be a long day. It's now 7 in the morning and we only arrived to our destination at 7 in the evening, so it's a long way to go. We are very excited for this trip and also to share our experiences.
I think we make a second video when we are in Santiago de Chile, because we have a transfer there and the transfer takes 3 hours or something, so we will have some time to give a short feedback. Finally arrived in Santiago de Chile. We came from Sao Paulo and crossed the Andes, and the flight took around 3.5 hours. Now we are here waiting for the next flight to El Calafate. El Calafate. I start to pronounce things more Portuguese.
Very Brazilian.
Yeah, very Brazilian. And now we are waiting for our next flight that again take around
3 hours.
3 hours, and then we finally arrived there. So let's see how it will be. We also took a snack. I ate a pizza. Betis ate some pasta, and so we can sleep in the flight. Just arrived in El Calafate, and we just dropped off our bags at the hotel. Las Cabanitas, I think is the name, and now we are going to the main street because we are really hungry. It was a very long trip with a transfer in Santiago de Chile. We already told that, and now we are we will see what we can find to eat here, but we also need to go to the supermarket and find some water, some
we need
snack.
to get some things, and the supermarket closes at 10. Now it's 9 something, although the sun is still shining, so we are kind of in a rush, but we'll show you our first impressions from Calafate.
So this is how the streets look like, and it's still not dark, although it's 9:30. When we were in Brazil it was already dark at that time, and the reason for that is of course because we are more south, more close to the poles, so here are real seasons. Good morning. So our first task today is to withdraw some cash. It's 8 in the morning and we go now to a bank because yesterday it was not easy to withdraw some money. All ATMs where you tried to withdraw some money did not work. So now in the morning we try again because we read that you have to be early to withdraw money, because there's a time during the day when the money is out.
Yeah, and actually with this struggle we understood why people here like to be paid in cash. So as we said, it's not easy to get big amounts, so of course if you are paid in cash and you have some cash for yourself with no need, we are going now to Western Union to see if we can manage this. Seems like it's a quite easy process. You do the transfer in minutes in your phone and you can go there at the agency with your passport and pick it up. So let's see. And this is something to keep in mind. Of course the situation is currently changing a lot, but for February 2025 you cannot withdraw big amounts in the ATMs, and it's a little bit of a struggle. So
yeah.
Keep this in mind.
Now I just saw that we have some followers. These dogs are following us the whole way. We recognize that there are a lot of street dogs here that follow you to your apartment and beg for food, but usually they are not dangerous or something, they are just hungry, I guess. By the way, when you go to a restaurant they usually accept credit cards or debit cards, so that's not a problem. And yesterday evening we also had a dinner and we had 2 steaks plus some mashed potatoes and 1 big beer that we shared for around 50 euro, which I think is a super fair price for that kind of quality. Although I have expected to be a bit cheaper due to the inflation, but the prices are, I wouldn't say they are on a European level, but
almost.
Almost.
Yeah, this could be some more or less what we would pay in a simple dinner or lunch also in Germany. So it's not so cheap to come to Argentina anymore.
Yeah, but maybe that's also only in Calafate like that.
Yeah.
But we will see. So finally we did it. We have some cash, 180,000 Argentinian pesos, and it was not so easy to get them. So it's very hard to go to an ATM and withdraw some money because I don't know, it doesn't work. Either they don't have cash in the machines,
or the limit is also low, so if you want to take a higher amount, the most recommended is Western Union.
Yes, so we tried it via Western Union, and for that you have to go to the post office, and yeah, the post office opened at 9 o'clock, and at 9:30 they were already out of cash.
We were the last ones.
We were really the last ones.
Yeah, quite lucky actually. And just to make it simple for you, if you're also coming to Calafate and you need some money from Western Union, keep in mind that the maximum amount that you can have is 180,000 pesos. For that you will need the number of your Western Union transfer and a copy of your passport, and here in the city we found like a book or paper store that takes copy for 200 pesos each. I would recommend you, this is what I did. I took more copies of my passport in case I need to take more money than I already have it. And yeah, there you present your passport, a copy, and the number of the transfer, and they will give you the money. But be quick, because we were there at 9:26 and I was the last already.
Yeah, so now we try to go to the Santander Bank and I try to withdraw some cash, and let's see how it works. But keep in mind, if you withdraw in a normal ATM, you have to pay a fee of around 13,000 pesos, which is
More or less 10 euros or
10
so.
euros, so not very cheap.
That there is a viewing point for the Argentina lake, and it's a very smooth walk. I would say nothing very difficult. It's like we are on the street basically, and what caught our attention here is the wind. As you saw, or maybe you can hear now, it's a little bit better and you can record, but before it was so crazy that we were feeling more or less carried by the wind. It's a very sunny day, the weather is nice, so if you are wearing proper clothes you cannot feel the wind so much. The view here is really nice, and we are very excited to see the Argentina lake, which is a highlight from the region, and it's also something that you immediately see from the airplane, from the airport. The place where the airplane lands is directly near to the lake, and we are now walking to get a better view from it. We left a bit our original route, a little bit more off-road, and well, this is where we ended up. You can tell me if it was worth or not. It's very windy, but it's a really impressive view. I think it's different from everything I have seen in my whole life. It's really very unique, and it's definitely, I don't know, one of the best views that I have ever seen, really.
I'm not sure if you can hear me, but we walk now to the Mirador, Lago Argentino, and it's super windy, so I can lean back with my body and wind is standing up, and it's a really special place because on this side you have the lake. It's very beautiful. In the background you have some mountains. When you turn around, then you have some mountains again, and yeah, it's an unreal place, and I really like it. It's super beautiful. Just gonna sit here and enjoy the view.
We are coming back now from our walk to the Argentino lake, we took a different way from what we took to go there, and we explored a little bit of the real Calafate, let's say. Now we are approaching the city center again. That bridge is actually what marks the, let's say, beginning of the city center, and we'll show a little bit of how it looks like.
So now we are passing a gas station, and let's see how the prices are. So for Super, you pay less than 1,000 pesos, which means it's under €1, which is very cheap, because the last time I bought gas in Germany I had to pay €1.78 or something, so at least that's very cheap here. We go back to the streets here of Calafate. Very nice.
Maybe this is the only cheap thing here, because we are really surprised. I mean, we heard before that the prices were high, but we are facing European prices here. It was more than surprising, I would say. So at least something could be cheap. After a long walk through the city of El Calafate, we went to our hotel to rest and chill a bit. Now it's around 6:30 p.m. and we are going out to find something to eat, grab the car we're gonna use in the next days. And it's still very sunny, like if it was 3 in the afternoon. This is how the streets look like, although I think we showed this already.
And you wouldn't believe it if I wouldn't say it, but I have a small sunburn on my hands, because I was covered, of course. My head was covered, my body was covered, my hands were not. So I have a small sunburn, because although it's very windy, the sun here has a lot of power.
Yeah, and I think since it's the wind makes it so cold, we don't realize that we are getting hit by the sun, right? So we have something to take care in the next days.